When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
We really gotta stop like praise ya. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed and with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never, no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise Yah for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. This is a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
Mercy on you, mercy on me. They say the truth has set you free. See prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Israel, cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing, steal out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we backed by the Most High, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is exceedingly wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just receive the listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise Yah for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
We really gotta stop like praise ya. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed and with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never, no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise Yah for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. It's a spiritual walk. It's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gonna get chastised. It's a spiritual ride. Just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gonna ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I
Yahweh,
think
our
of your
Elohim.
mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya. Praise ya. Praise
Mercy,
ya.
mercy on you, mercy, mercy on me. They say the truth has set you free. See prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael. Cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing still out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we back by the Most High, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seething and wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just proceed to listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya. Praise ya. Praise ya.
Shalom Facebook, Shalom YouTube. Welcome to our prophecy class. Today we're in the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 10. Now, Jeremiah chapter 10 doesn't have a lot of prophecies in it, but there are some verses that relate to today's time that we need to read and see if we recognize what we're talking about here. That's the nature of reading the prophet Jeremiah and all the prophets, that some of it is historical. So I try to lean toward those that are really hadn't happened yet, those prophecies and those things that may pertain to the way we live in now. What I would like to do first is read Jeremiah 10, verse 1 through verse 5. We're not going to stay in that very long, just to show you the relationship to our time.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh hath spoken unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
Does that sound familiar? Sounds like the Christmas tree. Oh, you got to plug that in
But yeah, you good at it. You can keep going. It's just when they have
when they
questions from
speak.
that end.
Yeah, okay. Again, it says here, and this, hear the word which Yahweh speaketh unto the house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, for the heathen are dismayed at them. That's all we know in America, are the ways of the heathen. The prophets calling these white people heathen because what we have here is a perfect description of the Christmas tree. And what it is also in this particular case, we see that this Christmas tree is worshiped as a god. And so we do the same thing here in America. So the worship of a tree is nothing different than what back in these days they worship trees back in those days also. They celebrate the uh, the tree they call the evergreen tree because of the death of Hebron's son. Yeah, and to celebrate that he's not really dead. The tree represents him, so
Mm.
that's why they call it the evergreen tree. It's a beautiful tree, but it doesn't turn brown in wintertime, so it stays green all year long. But this is paganism. This is idolatry. And so when you bring a Christmas tree in your house, you're bringing an idol in your house.
Mm-hmm.
But then your house has probably got crosses in it too, so it's no biggie. You're used to idols in your house. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to read any more of Jeremiah 10 because it's not really prophetic. Um, but what I would like to do,
The question is,
I'm sorry.
Rabbi Yaakov told us, he said that when they take that tree out, they cut the stump off and burn it. That's the Yule log.
Hmm.
They throw that in the fire and burn it for, I think, New Year's or something like that. But it has the same thing that pagan
The
heathen.
Yule log,
Yeah, the Yule log.
yeah, that they celebrate that around Christmas time too.
Yeah.
So, but it all goes back to paganism. It's an ancient practice back in those days, so it's still prevalent today. Nothing really changed. You would think somebody would look at that and say, "Well, look, this the tree is an idol," but it's all in the spirit of Christmas. They didn't do it in. So idol worship is all right because you got Santa Claus, you got the reindeer, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all them characters that you hear about on Christmas in Christmas time. It ain't got here yet, so it's appropriate that we read about that now. Now, as I warned you yesterday, Christmas is coming up. You're going to be in some of these stores singing along with the Christmas song. And you're not going to catch yourself till you start singing, and you say, "What am I doing?" But that's how infectious the music is. And as a matter of fact, music describes a generation of people. For instance, hip hop. That's not my music. But it's another generation of music. So I come from R&B and Negro spirituals, all those type things. So, but our father sang also. So singing uh, is very important to our fathers. Uh, Yahweh requires us to sing praises to him. So again, getting back to this Christmas tree, uh, along with the Christmas tree, and you got Christmas carols and all those things. So singing on, it lifts you up. It makes you feel like you walk on a cloud. And what they do is play that music, get you in the mood to buy something. Yeah, so you can buy all more than you can afford because you listen to the music. So the music is very hypnotic. So you have to be careful. I remember one year I was in the store, I heard the music going, I was humming along with it. Didn't even realize it. So I tell you what, Brother Stephen, let's go to again. We're going to skip a few chapters here because they're more historic than prophetic. So we're going to go to let's pick this up in chapter 12, Jeremiah chapter 12, and the let's see here. pick this up in Jeremiah 12 and verse 14, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith Yahweh against all mine evil neighbors that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them out of their land and pluck out the house of Yehudah from among them.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass, after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. And it shall come to pass, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, Yahweh liveth, as they have taught my people to swear by the Lord, then shall they be built in the midst of my people. But if they will not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation, saith Yahweh.
Understand what he's saying here in verse 17. But if they will not obey, which must mean we're going to be in a different position than we are now. We're going to be in a position that people must obey us. If they don't obey us, yeah, we're going to destroy. So what we have is a 180-degree turn, and that we have to obey them. But now they will have to obey us, or else they're going to die. So those last few verses we just read here is more prophetic than the rest of them. It's just saying, it's actually talking to us that this is what our future is here. It says it's going to return every man to his heritage. Well, how is that possible with the people in the land today? What heritage do they claim in the land? Because it's every man to his heritage. So just like our fathers divided up the land among the tribes, so where's the house of land divided up over there now? You see what I'm saying? So they count on people not knowing what the Bible is saying. So they can get away with telling people, yeah, we the Jews, we the chosen people, just like Deacon Yahshua, we were talking about this, uh, that you can't say anything evil or say anything against Israel over that land now. Because if you do, you're being anti-Semitic. And we were talking about, I don't know if you've heard of this guy named Brandon Tatum. You ever heard of him? He's got a podcast. You heard of him? Yeah, he has a very large following. And he's back in Israel over there. And he's getting paid. What you say he's getting paid, man?
Who? Which one?
Tatum, Brandon Tate.
I think they said between $30 and $50 million.
$30 and $60 million.
Yeah.
This man got a podcast, and they gave him that much so he could promote Israel, right? And how much did they give Floyd Mayweather?
They said 700 million.
700 million.
They say I can't confirm it, but to promote Israel, like everybody that has a large following on their podcast, they try to tell Israel first, so they can get a bad name. They're just giving the money to go to those CPAC conferences and promote Israel, try to change people's mindset about how Israel is being viewed.
Yeah, so this is how you promote Israel, paying big money to big name people. Yeah.
And there's a lot of them other ones, even the smaller ones, I can't remember the amount, but I think it's around 15,000 each time they speak up for Israel. Yeah, all of them. Like, if you got a podcast, they contact you, they pay you 15,000 if you just get on there, speak up for Israel. Right. Every time you do it, you get that money.
Yeah. So
Some
amounts are like 7,500.
And what you have to do when you speak,
just talk good about
them. Talk good about them.
Don't say they ain't killing their God Palestinians, and probably say they the true people and all that. Just big them up.
You got to pay somebody,
yes,
to promote you.
Yes,
But But remember, Netanyahu said that. He said we need to talk to the podcasters because they got the most influence. That's the big thing now. Everybody getting podcasts. He said we want to talk to them so they can help us, to promote this,
Well,
Israel.
talking is one thing, but paying them? How's that? I mean, how are we supposed to know you telling the truth if you got to get paid to tell what they tell you to say?
Give
Anybody?
funds
Yeah,
out.
that is right. That's right.
Right.
That's right. So they'll do anything for money. But on the flip side of that, like I was telling Deep, they may have offered them money. If they didn't take the money, they threaten their life
Mm-hmm.
or their family.
I can see that.
So they may be doing it under duress, uh, because if they don't, they could get killed. Because these some ruthless people.
Cause like back in the day, gift you can't refuse, like the mafia.
Yeah,
They
they're
can't
worse than the
refuse.
mafia.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
They're worse than the mafia, man. They can buy you or they can kill you. They don't have no kind of heart, love, or nothing but themselves. So I guess I ain't gonna get a dime then. They may try to come and get me.
You got that.
I kind of think too that's what happened to Trump. I kind of think he wanted to do like all this stuff he said, even with them Epstein files and all that. But I think they went to him and said, "Hey, look here now. You don't want to do that. If you do, you ain't gonna be here long."
With
And I
kids
think
and
you saying
family
your
and all that.
kids and family. And I think that's why he changed
They
his
might
mind.
they might have threatened his family. He don't give a damn about himself.
Cause he gonna
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah. So he threatened his wife and Barron and the other two boys. He loved them, the children. So they might have threatened them, man. So they got to do what they're told to do. That's sad, but this is how you run the world: by blackmail, extortion,
Yeah.
bribes. That's that's how they run the world. But I was telling Deep, we're not going to be running the world like that because what we just read here in chapter 12 was that if people don't do what we tell them to do, y'all are going to destroy it. So we ain't got to pay nobody. They're going to be glad to do what we say just to stay alive. Yeah, yeah, man.
Hey, you look at it, you can see how they're getting away with it. Because every time something go down, we got to defend ourselves because look what happened to us in Germany. So you're doing all this dirt, then they getting by with it. Because
Yeah,
people look and say, well, Hitler killed 12 million of them people. They got a right to defend themselves. Yeah, they're getting away with a whole lot of jobs.
yeah, that's propaganda.
Yeah, I know.
From day one, man, when they got over here to America, they started making the movies about Hitler and remember Schindler's List,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they put that out there. They let people know this is what we went through
Right.
under Hitler.
Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah,
Read
yeah, yeah. So they put the movies out, tugging at people's heartstrings, making people feel sorry for them. 6 million, oh my goodness! And they keep throwing that figure out: 6 million, 6 million, 6 million in white folks' face that didn't have anything to do with it. And so what they have is white folk feeling guilty about what they went through in Germany. But these white folks didn't have nothing to do with that, but they're making them pay because of what the Germans did.
Well, I mean, Esau done basically turned himself white, like Steve say all the time. So could it be that they had, deceived the white people into thinking that they were actually white, all at the same time they're undercutting them?
They don't like being called white.
I understand that, but they will infiltrate under any circumstance,
What circumstance?
to get to what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they will infiltrate anywhere, anything to get what they want.
oh yeah.
So in the beginning, they deceived these white people into thinking that they were white
Mm-hmm.
to get where they are today, all
Right.
over the world,
Right.
except for Asia and probably Australia.
Yeah. What makes them different is they look like white people, but they have the same mindset. All the people that the Edomites, they all got the same mind. White folk got different mindsets. They think differently. But these people here, if they're part of Esau, then they think the same way. And what their main goal is not only, well, it's in the tablet. And their main goal is to enslave white people and to kill white people. In the tablet, it's not against the law to kill white people. That's in the tablet. And you let these people in your land, yeah, hey, we could have warned you, but it wasn't time for us to warn you. Yahweh let you bring them people over here so they can destroy you from the inside out. So that's what's going on now. White folks, then we were talking about socialism, right? Well, where are they getting this from? They're getting it from the colleges. So you got them teachers and not teaching the students socialism. So they don't know what socialism is. They never seen it at work. But when you look at people like places like Cuba, Venezuela, and all those other countries, that's your socialism. Everybody's poor. It's bad for the economy because the government owns everything. You don't own nothing.
Right.
So, but you got these white folks here and some niggas, or Negroes.
You said it right the first time.
No, slippers.
Spirit told you what to say.
But Jake wants socialism too. Don't know what it is, but he's getting ready to find out.
Right.
Since that dude won New York City,
Mm-hmm.
promising free stuff. All right, so they're gonna find out what socialism is. Yeah.
Through all these government programs and stuff like this and projects and all the stuff over the years, the E1 they tell down, Capitol homes and different places like that, our community has pretty much been in the state of socialism, you know what I mean? Because we ain't never owned nothing, had nothing, you know what I mean? We never really we got into capitalism, but we have to still go under the Gentile, the white man, to get capitalistic gain, you know what I mean? So, and like I say, with the NAACP and all the people, they were communists, but the government really couldn't touch them because of the civil rights movement. But they was communists and used the civil rights to protect they used it. They've been pushing that forever.
Yeah.
On our mindset for years. So like when we get free stuff like with TANF and all these food stamps and all that, and even with the daycare system, that's pretty much communism and socialism right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been in our face for a long time.
Yeah.
We just ain't paid no attention because we can. If you want to go be capitalistic, you still had that opportunity. But socialism's it's been there for a long time in our communities. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, especially for black folk.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you look at it, going with what my brother just said. This is real small homeowners association. Now they think they want socialism. Folks don't like to be told what to do with their houses, right? In their neighborhoods. You telling me I can't paint my house a certain color, I can't put a flag out there,
Right.
I gotta do this. Now you pissed off about that. Now, black folks, they like to have the cars up on the lawn and tear up stuff.
Yeah.
But when you move in certain neighborhoods, you own houses, right? They tell you what to do, right? And you want socialism.
Right.
You can't handle that HOA. How you gonna deal with socialism?
Well, black people don't know what socialism is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So long as you're getting free stuff, it don't matter what you call it. Black folk gonna go for it. And that's what that dude up in New York was promising free stuff. And time he getting off, he asking for somebody to give him some money. He said, "Y'all need to send me some money now."
I didn't know that.
And then you got, he said it was going to raise the taxes on the rich, but the city of New York cannot raise taxes unless the governor allows it. Governor Holcomb.
And she said she won't allow it.
She's not going to allow that.
She's not gonna allow it.
So he lied. He knew he was lying. But they done lost all those millionaires and billionaires. They got the hell on, man.
You blame them?
Yeah, so all the things they're gonna find out that this man been lying, and only the people that are celebrating are Muslims. They say New York is not a Muslim city.
Wow.
Is he undercover Muslim?
Huh?
As he brought it out, he's not claiming that he's a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
So he's undercover. He has said he was a Muslim. They still accept it.
Well, see, in Islam, according to the Quran, it's all right to lie for Allah. It's in that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can't trust them. They'll say one thing but mean something else. Yeah. So Why you let these kind of people in your country?
Right.
Like I was saying, they got Minnesota, now they got New York City. And they said we're going to turn this whole country to a Muslim country. And see, they're going to do it without firing a shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to ask, when they were so-called killing these Jews, all right, was in the what was it in the 30s, 20s, 30s,
30s.
right?
Yeah.
Right, but it wasn't no 6 million of them, was it?
No know what?
There wasn't that many of them. They said 6 million. It was if they had to kill 6 million, it'll be destroyed. They wouldn't be existing right now today.
Right. I know. But they put that out there so they keep drumming it into your mind all over and over again
Right.
to make sure you understand that they suffered.
Yeah, right.
And we lost 6 million people. But logistically, they can't prove that.
Mm.
Because you look at the ovens back in those days, they couldn't burn up a body that quick in 4 years. So we got incinerators now. It takes at least 2 hours to burn a body to crisp. That's now. But over there, those incinerators will often break down and they have to fix them. And they cannot find where the bodies are that were incinerated. Now I've seen Edomite go over there to Auschwitz to see if what they were saying was true, and I believe and he put a video out there, but I hadn't seen him since. You seen that video?
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
We hadn't seen him since.
hadn't seen him, hadn't heard about him. But he said it's impossible to bury that many people and you can't find their graves.
Right.
And we talk about Poland and all those places. And so what we have here are people that don't mind lying. These supposed to be God's people, right? But they lie like they synagogue of Satan.
Right. Right.
Well, there you go, bro. Let's continue, brother Seven. Um, let's go to Jeremiah 16, and just read that whole chapter.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 1. The word of Yahweh came also unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. But thus saith Yahweh concerning the sons, and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. But thus saith Yahweh, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith Yahweh, even loving kindness and mercy. Both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them, neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning, to comfort them for the dead, neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. But thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, Behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride.
Now, who is he addressing this to? His own people, right?
Mhm.
It's going to be a terrible time for his people. But these are the people he made covenant with. These are the people that he said he loved. Now consider what he's going to do to people that he hadn't made no covenant with, and people that he don't love. The people that oppress his own people. What you think he's gonna do to them? This guy, well, look what he's doing to his own people, and compare what he's gonna do to them. So those that oppress us, they got to answer for that. And that the way we've been treated over here in America since we brought here slaves, um, America got to answer for that too. So her prophecy is that she's gonna be totally destroyed just because of what she did to us and our forefathers. Uh, so Yahweh did some terrible things to our people because we're talking about the coming Babylonian captivity on Nebuchadnezzar. Well, Nebuchadnezzar laid siege to Jerusalem, and when you look at, for instance, what we just read here about there won't be anybody to bury anybody out there, right? So you look at in the Apocrypha, I think it's in the book of what's his name, Tobit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was describing the situation that the Assyrians had put them in, and it sounded like what we just read here that they wouldn't let them bury the dead, and they what we have here is exactly what happened to the Assyrians. That's one of the things one of the good things about the Apocrypha is that the story that you don't see here in the Bible could be legitimate stories like Tobit. But when you look at Baal and the Dragon, then you know that cheapens the book. Baal and the Dragon just a rip off of Daniel. That's all. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 10. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, why have Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against Yahweh, our Elohim?
Why have Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us? Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Verse 11. Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith Yahweh, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law, and you have done worse than your fathers. For behold, you walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that you know not, neither you nor your fathers, and there shall you serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor.
So you look at their geographical location, they knew all about their own area. They knew about the Mediterranean, they knew about those countries around the Mediterranean, but they didn't know about America.
Mm.
And that's what he's saying here. I'm put you in land that you never heard of, and neither your fathers. That's America.
So that negates what the brothers say that we already were here.
Now, who's right? Them brothers are this.
Because they always say, well, we were here first. But I always say, well, we didn't know this land. So how are we here? We don't know it. And then when we were enslaved, our fathers that was enslaved tried to leave. They know they couldn't leave and go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like just being encapsulated.
Right. We're in a dome with no doors.
I'm getting ready to leave now.
He got you too, Will.
Got him again. See, he's sitting right next to you.
Now, my new moon class is just all
Yeah.
separate pieces.
That's like night and day.
Right. Don't laugh, man. You make it worse.
We have a distinct advantage over most of the brothers who are making that claim as far as history goes, because we were taught history very well by Eddie Yaakov and himself and himself. Now, I find it hard to believe that they can accept that. I mean, this is my thought, that the Moors ruled Spain in Europe for over 800 years, close to 800 years or somewhere near there. They taught them science, the libraries and everything like that. If those, if black people were here already, when this country already had that instead of teepees and feather bonnets in your head running around half naked, how uncivilized can one person, melanated person up here can be stooped so low down there and then lose, like you said, how did we lose it? How did intelligent melanated people lose it to barbaric, white, unintelligent people?
They say dirty black boys.
Well, you make a valid point of
Make a lot of sense.
the Moors ruling Spain for 800 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's recorded.
Right.
We got evidence that they did that, and as a matter of fact, they educated those people around that time. But where's the record of them being here?
Right.
Right? There is no record. So you got to prove that, son, and you got to explain how you lose this bad boy and lose it to white folks. And what did you call it before white folks got here?
All they say is dirty black boys did.
They call it what?
That's what they say, the dirty black boys did. We lost because the dirty black boys.
And to for the there's disclaimer, Columbus never set sail or put in North America.
Yeah, I know.
He was in the Caribbean.
Right.
So how could he see us in North America? What's that white professor lady Jane? I forget her last name.
Yeah, the old one.
Yeah, she's pushing that, and black people are jumping on it. It's true, but I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even. I scroll past when they start saying that stuff right there. I just flip on up and catch the next reel.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to take.
Right.
Yeah, so I do the same, man. It's not making any sense. I keep it moving. Yeah. Go ahead, Seven.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I will send for many fishes, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first, I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things.
Mm-hmm.
O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
Mm-hmm.
Shall a man make gods unto himself, and there are no gods? Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is Yahweh.
So when you look at the Ten Commandments, the first commandment was thou shalt have another God before me. Well, why is it that number one? That's the number one commandment, top of the 10. Don't have any God before me. But you see what happens when you do that? Yahweh get angry. He want to destroy you. So I mean, you might, and the second is just as bad as the first because those are idols and those are actually other gods. So you look at all the rest of the commandments, you can see that them two is the worst thing you can break. Even though thou shalt not murder, the judgment of death, and thou shalt not commit adultery, judgment of death. But when you worship other gods, you slapping Yahweh in the face.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing is being a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
You're a married woman, and you commit adultery with other gods. So naturally, your husband will get mad at you. And even though there's no evidence that our father beat their wives, he beat his wife. So,
Hell out of it.
so well, she deserved it.
Yeah, yeah.
He gonna beat that whole out of her.
Was this passed down from our forefathers for us to be so ignorant to the law?
Um,
The first four commandments pertain to Yah,
yeah,
chosen to Yah, right?
right.
So would that be we were taught like that? That's why it's so difficult for us to get away from that?
Um, no, you're talking about because we learned the ways of the heathen.
Well, the heathens, it seemed like it was our forefathers.
Yeah, I know, but that's what we've done. But we're still gonna come to judgment.
Right.
Now, Yahweh doesn't give his name to everyone. He didn't give his name to the Gentiles and no one else.
Right.
He only gave it to our fathers. But regardless, Yahweh kept that Bible in front of us, but we didn't know how to read it, right? So we then Christian slave masters say, well, you don't have to keep those 10 commandments. You don't have to keep the law. So our father went about their business, just having a good old time, preaching, happy, singing happy songs and all those things. And so, not regarding the fact that they're going to come into judgment. Right now, black Christians don't believe they're going to be judged. White Christians don't believe it either. They said, well, we're going out there. We don't have to worry about that judgment. But when you worship another man's God, you're saying to your husband, I don't care nothing about you. And that's what these folk were doing here. Now, are these Yahweh's people that don't know who they are? Why don't they know who they are? It's because of Yahweh's will. He's already, what's going to happen to them is already written up in heaven. And we just read yesterday about who Yahweh have mercy upon and who we don't have mercy upon. And that he's the potter and we're the clay. And some of the clay is made for dishonor, some of the clay made for honor. So I'm looking at the fact that they don't know what we know. It's because Yahweh don't want them to know yet.
You know, Elder, that's a good point. Like you were saying, all Israel is not of Israel.
Right.
A lot of our people doing things because they don't know who the Israelites and what their obligations are to Yahweh.
I know.
They just don't know any better. That's why, I have to think sometimes because everybody know I can be very opinionated about what I believe, but sometimes I just don't get on people. I say they don't know. 400 years
Yeah.
being stupid.
Right.
How you gonna know anything?
Well, then you must call what what's happened to us a miracle,
Right.
considering where we came from.
Same place.
Why is it just people in our family? Why we the only one in the family can hear this? I mean, we got fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters, but they can't hear what we hear. So something wrong with that picture. We really related to our family
Right.
and get to that level. Because if you don't know what you can't hear what we hear, yeah, I might have come out your loins, but I believe I'm supposed to be somewhere else.
So,
Yeah.
it's too early for that.
Huh?
That's heavy. It's too early for
No,
that.
it ain't. No, it ain't. Stop talking.
He being like Simeon name. He giving us too much.
Now, could that go back to when the Mashiach said, "Who is my brother?
Who's my mother?
Who's my mother?
My brother and my sister.
And keep it real." Yeah,
Boom.
I was reading that earlier during the week.
Boom.
Just meditating on that. Yeah.
Boom. There it is. He knew he wasn't like his brothers and sisters.
That's right.
Right? Yahweh separated him from his family by his own family disbelief. This man doing miracles all over town, but they didn't still believe in it. Seemed like even my big brother, I want to hang out with you. Say, man, how you do that? But nevertheless, that's the situation we're in now. That we can hear Yahweh, we respond to what we hear, but our fathers and mothers cannot hear us, cannot hear what we hear. So there's a reason for that. And now we see the vessels of honor and vessels of dishonor. And we talk to our family, right? We try to tell them, hey, we supposed to keep this law. We're the children of Israel. We're the Jews. And how they look at us. Y'all are the cult. That's what's wrong with y'all. Right.
What?
I haven't seen my relatives since since uh since I buried my sister. My mother, my sister. I buried my mother in 2012 and my sister in 2014. That's the last time I seen them. Yeah, yeah,
But it said in the prophets, I know you from the womb. I mean, I know he's talking to, but he said he knew us from the womb. He know our inner thoughts and whatnot. He know us. And yesterday when we was reading in Matthew, I think it was verse 47. I forget the chapter, but it said, "My sheep know my voice.
hear my voice. That's
Hear
in
my voice."
John
Yeah,
chapter 10.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So basically, we like you just said earlier, that we could be brothers and sisters that was created the same way he was, you know, just given those features. Like I look like my dad and my mama's dad. It depends on which angle you're looking at both of them, right? But I'm of Yahshua. They weren't called.
Right.
So, you know,
I mean, we heard something we never heard before, right?
mhm,
So we try to tell people this is what we hear,
yeah,
and we can show it to them in the book.
yeah.
And they all got a Bible in the house. Show it in the Bible. This is what the book says. It don't matter. If Yahweh didn't call them, what we showing them won't make any difference. It wasn't meant for them. It was meant for you. Right.
Because like the spirit, it didn't, we didn't do all the way Yahshua did, but the spirit dwelled on us when we heard the word.
Yeah.
Because when I heard Shalom on the bus breaking this down, I was interested. Boom, I heard right in and out, like, wait a minute now, I ain't never, because I thought he was a Muslim. Really, I really did. He had this big Bible. I said, man, that's a pretty big Quran you got there. He said, that ain't shit, this is the Quran, brother. It's the Bible. He had his kufi on, shirt button all the way up to the top, tail cover. And me and they were just sitting there listening, he got to breaking it down about the American destruction. And Deuteronomy 28, verse 6 to 8, boom, it clicked right there.
Right.
You know,
Well, how come it don't click with the rest of the family? What would happen, Slow-mo? You know?
I follow him, when he posts on Facebook, if it's something I do agree with, I, like it. If not, I don't. But I think mainly his son he can, play for the University of Indiana.
He's in Indiana?
I don't know where he's at, but I know that's where his son playing college football.
Oh, oh.
He probably still around because
I think so.
he came about 7 8 years ago. He came here about 2 Sabbaths in a row. You remember that?
Yeah.
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 He probably still right here in the metro area
Yeah.
somewhere.
I was teaching there, wasn't I?
Well,
Okay.
he came here with his son.
No, he just came here to like get young, come from
By his
time to
son.
time and sit with us.
I remember that time.
Well, them some
I
big
thought he was
boys and
with
sons, some
somebody.
big boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because one of them played defensive back for Indiana. I think he played safety, and the safeties ain't small.
Yeah. You got to be in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, them were the good old days, man. So everybody was everybody. Yeah. But I was sad that Elder Yaakov had to kick Slomo out of the camp. Yeah.
Well, he teaching something different today.
He's still teaching
Something different
something different.
than what he was taught. Yeah,
Oh,
last time I talked to him, he was.
And
oh.
all of them, man.
Mhm.
When you meet him out in the street, man, I run out there like what's the boy? Samaritan's husband, Thaddeus. He does not mention Yahweh's name anymore. The
Hmm.
Most High, the Most High, the Most High.
Yeah.
Like a mason, there's something secret.
Yeah. Yahweh took his name out of his mouth. That's all.
And then when the sister died, my sister Kana,
Collide.
yeah,
Goliath.
that brother went up there to that casket and started praying over that sister.
Thaddeus.
Yeah, right up there in that funeral home up there.
That must have been after me and you left.
Who?
Remember you picked me up one day when you left? I had went the day before and seen him.
Sister Kalai.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I picked you up that day.
Yeah, I was coming off the bus stop, waiting for the
Right.
bus, and you just happened to be coming out,
Right.
pick me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a sad day, man. I hate to see that sister lay there, man, but
Yeah.
Because we go back a long way, man. Yeah, so
That was
now one of my best bud dead, now his wife is dead. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to his daughters.
they well Libby got married. She got kids and married with children.
Who?
Libby.
A little bit.
Yeah,
She's different. She was different from the rest of her sisters,
yeah.
the other two sisters. Is she married?
Yeah, of course I know she
Uh,
married. I know she got I think she got one or two kids. I know she got a boy.
yeah, that's good to hear, man. Because I remember when Kalai was pregnant with her, that the doctor said you need to abort this child. The child ain't gonna be something gonna be wrong with it. And Kalai said, "No, I'm not aborting this child." And so they had the child, and the child had a little bit had trouble holding the head up because sometimes her head will nod down and hit it up against a chair and raise a knot on it. And they had to hide that from the child welfare people because they'll come out there sometimes checking on them. And so whenever they come to rehearsal, uh, her sisters will grab her and they sling her all over the sanctuary. Now, she's a little baby. She barely walking, but they playing with her. That's how they play. They just sling her all over. And they have to watch it because that she'll bruise easily. And the people will be thinking, what you been doing to your children? But that's how they play. Just throwing her all over the sanctuary. I was scared for them too, but then that's their children. So they siblings know how to play with one another. Yeah, so they didn't mean no harm. They just having a good time with her, and she was having a good time too, being thrown around the sanctuary.
Pastor,
It's just laughing her ass off. Okay, Steve, you finish that up.
that's it.
I like this one here in verse 19. This sticks out. Oh Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. I can see that happening now. Not these Gentiles here, though. We're talking about Gentiles that never even seen one of us, but they heard about us. Let's continue, Brother Stephen. Let's go to now we went over this yesterday, but let's go to Jeremiah 18, verse 7 to verse 10. Now again, this applies to what we're going through right now.
Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 7. At what instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to pluck up and to pull down and to destroy it, if that nation against whom I have pronounced turn from their evil, I will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them. And at what instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to build and to plant it, if it do evil in my sight that it obey not my voice, then I will repent of the good wherewith I said I would benefit them.
Right. So this is why America's still here
Mm-hmm.
because you got a president that fits this description right here. So yeah, we're going to give him a few more days, but eventually somebody's going to take him out because he's roughing too many feathers. He's cutting off money, the money flow to some of these corrupt politicians and some of these businesses. And see, they don't like that. And so they got a campaign on television trying to inspire somebody to take a shot at it. And that's happened twice.
And you look at him, Elder. He Trump is not a Bible. He'll say God and all that, but look what he's doing. He don't like sodomites in the army. He don't agree with that boys and girls sports. He don't agree with you telling your kids, trying to genderize your kid. And I'm thinking, Clinton, all the way up, they didn't give a damn.
Right,
They didn't care. Them was some filthy people.
right,
They don't believe in men wearing dresses. And people got a problem with that.
right.
And they say, well, you trying to prop them? No, I'm not. I'm telling you things. And when I tell them everything you're doing, they agree with it,
Hmm.
but I just don't like it. That's crazy.
Yeah, those are simple-minded people that are easily influenced by other people. So They don't know. They don't know why they don't like him.
I mean,
What they see, they haven't seen in years. What they see is testosterone. He don't give a damn about you. I mean, as far as you objecting to what he's saying, doing, he's a man. This is how men roll. And he's a boss. That's how boss rule. They're not used to that. They're used to Obama and Clinton, right, and Biden. All them people, those are weak men. They show that their weakness. But he coming in guns blazing, and they don't like how how he talks to people. Well, that's just him. He makes fun of you too. If you don't like it, he's gonna make fun of you. Like he called what's that girl Crockett? What's her name? Jasmine Crockett. He said that she's low intelligence. You know they had to piss her off because she got a law degree, right? Married to a judge. I ain't know she was married. She's married to a judge. So for him to say that she's got low intelligence, yeah, now you see why she hated him so much.
well, when you look at it, now he's a heathen. He's passing out candy up there. He celebrate Christmas. He do all things that the book says he shouldn't do, but he got common sense.
Yeah.
You know, this is wrong what y'all doing.
Right.
This is wrong.
Yeah.
And they dead on him about just standing up, just basic principles, right?
Right. Common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna say something?
You know, we live, especially in America. I can't say about the rest of the world, but we live in a society that don't like testosterone.
Yeah.
You know, we call it civilized, but we actually domesticated. They want you to be domesticated.
Right.
They don't want testosterone.
Right.
It's an interesting world, interesting society. They don't want no testosterone. You show too much testosterone, there's something wrong with you. You know?
Yeah.
You have a behavior disorder. You know, it's
Yeah.
you need some type of treatment. But no, you just being a man.
You've been a man. They ain't seen a man in years. So now when a man shows up, it scares them.
You know,
He's just being a man.
They want these men to tell them get in touch with my feminine side. What feminine side do you have? How does a man have a feminine side? Get in touch with what? What kind of nonsense is
Well,
that?
that goes back to what Obama was saying on that podcast. All men gotta have a gay friend.
All young men.
Young men.
All young men need to have a gay friend.
And you know who he was speaking to.
Yeah.
You know who he was speaking to. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. See, that's the problem with black folks. Y'all don't think that this is the epitome of a man. A man don't say you need a sodomite to be your friend. A man doesn't say that. But they believe it because time he said that when he was in office. I can't believe this.
Uh-oh.
I saw something.
Oh,
Shalom. Yeah, can I listen? I'm right in the middle of Bible study, Bible class, our prophecy class. So I really can't talk to you right now. Can you call me back in a couple of hours? Yeah, what? A bonnet? What? That's a translated word, man. That they would actually turbans. Yeah. All right. Shalom. I didn't mind that at all. He would ask me, "Why can't I get a bonnet?"
yeah.
Bonnet. That's funny. I mean, apparently he's not watching me on here, so he wouldn't have called me. I hadn't heard of him in a long time though. What were we saying? Okay, okay, we got through with that. Let me see here. Let me see here. Um, I want you, Brother Stephen, again. This is not prophetic, but to show you how Yahweh is right and everybody else is wrong, right? Let's pick this up in chapter 21, verse 1 to verse 5.
The word which came from Jeremiah from Yahweh, when King Zedekiah sent unto him Pashur the son of Micaiah and Zephaniah the son of Maaseiah the priest, saying, Inquire, I pray thee, of Yahweh for us, for Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, maketh war against us. If so be that Yahweh will deal with us according to all his wondrous works, that he may go up from us.
Mm-hmm.
Then said Jeremiah unto him, Thus shall you say to Zedekiah, Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel, Behold, I will turn back the weapons of war that are in your hands, wherewith you fight against the king of Babylon and against the Chaldeans, which besiege you without the walls, and I will assemble them in the midst of this city, and I myself will fight against you with an outstretched hand and with a strong arm, even in anger and in fury and in great wrath.
When your own God fights against you, man, you know you're in trouble.
Whoa.
You've done something to make your God fight you. Now, he the one that made covenant with him. Well, now you got him so mad, now he wants to fight you. Why? Because he sent Jeremiah to tell them people, y'all need to get out of Jerusalem now.
Right.
And go voluntarily into captivity in Babylon. They refused to go. Even the king here, Zedekiah, plotted against the king of Babylon with Egypt. So Yahweh said, I'm really mad at you. So not only did the Babylonians kill his sons in front of his eyes, then he put his eyes out.
Hmm.
That's anger right there, brother. So again, Yahweh beat his wife.
Ain't the same gonna happen here for those. I mean, he telling us to leave Babylon this time to go back home.
Yeah.
So the same ones that disobeyed that commandment, they were like the ones we were talking about earlier about it's our land, we was in first.
Right.
They're gonna stay here and want to fight and do all that, and Russia gonna destroy them as the destruction is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So while we sitting home, they're gonna begin whoop some more.
Right.
Basically, they divorced and will.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been going from pillar to post, not knowing who we are because of Yahweh's anger at us. Right? And consider all these people that have died before we found out the truth. They never knew the truth, man. Some of them died Christians and Muslims and never heard the truth. So Yahweh letting us hear something our father never heard. Well, it wasn't meant for them. Because you look at our fathers, they wouldn't be alive to see these things come to pass anyway. So no need telling them about this. He told the sons and daughters about it. So now they know.
So those ones that decided not to go into slavery from the slave trade, jumping over the ship, and I didn't understand they threw a lot of them overboard. With the one jumping over the ships, they didn't know either.
No, think about it now. Those people, you are related to those people that came up on ships.
Right.
They did not jump off. They weren't killed. They weren't murdered just so you can be born.
True.
So that's Yahweh preserved the seed of our fathers so that one day that seed will hear the truth for the first time. And our father never knew the truth because, again, it was under duress. And with that kind of pressure, you ain't really listening for the truth. Because this truth is almost unbelievable. Because it's talking about us, but look at the condition we're in. But it's no doubt this is talking about us. And like for instance, chapter 23 here, where we had a lot of false prophets speaking in the name of Yahweh. Well, we got that now in the Christian preachers. So the only lie they continue to teach is they're going off to heaven. Let's go to Jeremiah 25, Brother Stephen, and pick it up at verse 1 to verse 38.
So the character of those individuals doesn't count for nothing.
Say that again.
The character of the individuals that gave their lives or even made the voyage and the bottom and ships and stuff. That character, he doesn't give any excuses for none of them because they didn't know.
That's the reason why they don't know. He didn't want them to know. See, like we mentioned yesterday, a vessel of destruction, a vessel of honor.
Yes,
So if you're a vessel of honor, you're going to know.
that's true.
So no matter how good your character is, if you're a vessel of destruction, you got to be destroyed. Yeah. Ain't nothing you can do about that. There wasn't nothing anybody could do about us hearing this word.
That's right.
We heard this word, and they can't. So we can't force them, right? But only Yahweh can open up their hearts to see what this word is saying. And you can identify with these people in this book. They can't. They're religious people. And so their religion comes first. And besides that, it would make them they would be stigmatized like we are because they can't imagine not being with the family and not, for instance, my brother is afraid to hurt his family feeling if he joined us. Yeah,
Oh, the young fellow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Was that the one in South Carolina?
no.
He comes.
He comes here.
You know him. You saw him.
Yeah, kind of heavy looking brother.
Dark skinned fellow.
Yeah, he was vacuuming the sanctuary the other day.
Someone said his family gonna kill him.
No, he's scared to offend his family.
Oh, he's scared to offend his family. Oh, okay. I thought that's what I heard.
Oh, they ain't Muslim.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Dang,
if Yahweh wanted him to join, now he heard this word, he agreed with it 100%, but he's afraid to get baptized.
wasn't that brother years ago, young brother, traveling back from South Carolina? Didn't he have that same issue? He used to travel back and forth from South Carolina.
Yeah.
I think
I hadn't seen him in a while. I forgot he was doing that.
he was having issues with his
Kind of remember that.
Yeah, with his family.
That's what I was saying. He was having issues with his family.
Yeah,
Because he would drive here. I think he would leave like a Friday just to get here, so he could be here with Shabbat with us all day. He was
yeah.
having issues. That's what I was thinking when he was talking about.
No. This brother comes here quite frequently.
Okay.
Yeah, nice brother too, man. Very intelligent, very polite.
I know he was having them issues too on South Carolina. He started
Yeah.
facing, I think his family was shunning him. Something happened.
Yeah, that when you take your family into account, yeah, you have to understand how it's going to affect them.
Yeah.
So is the word stronger than your family? Well, that goes again back to Matthew chapter 12, when they say your mother and your brother want to talk to you.
Mhm.
Who is my mother? Who is my brother? Right. So he didn't have a problem leaving his family. They didn't believe in him anyway until after he was crucified, raised back up. But nevertheless, Bashak said, "Your foes will be the people of your own household."
That's right.
So
Well, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna let nobody control me like that.
I mean, you older now. When you heard this first, you already on your own, and
Yeah, I know.
you know they it wasn't a big deal with you. But I'm talking about some of these young brothers that depend on their family to stay in the house.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
When they had that
He was staying in
Gentile,
the house and yeah.
yeah.
That's what it
I
was.
told him to saw that situation, just stay in your room,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Because we were talking about Passover at the time,
Mhm.
and
That's
he
what it
said they're
was.
bringing anything up in there, pork and all kinds of stuff. And I said, we just stay in your room, keep the Passover, keep the feast of unleavened bread, and first fruits in your room.
yeah.
Right. You don't have to eat out that refrigerator because they got all kinds of unclean foods in there. So he was dealing with that too. I hadn't heard from him in a long time, years now. I don't know whatever happened to that brother.
Well, like I said, I met a brother years ago when we was over there in Clarkston. That brother said everything y'all saying is true. I heard it before, but I'm a Jehovah Witness. You see that woman right there I brought up here with me? If I become part of this body, this church, it's gonna upset my family. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose my wife and my kids.
Right. Right. Well, that's a cult. When they call it excommunication, right? They turn against you, and they don't have anything to do with you anymore. You can't come back. I think that was Michael Jackson was a Jehovah Witness, wasn't he?
Yeah, when he made that Thriller album.
Yeah,
That kind of pissed some people off.
he got kicked out,
Yeah,
didn't
they kicked him out behind
he? I'm
that.
pretty sure he was heartbroken behind that. But nevertheless, um, that's the sign of a cult when they turn against you. Now, here, you don't kick people out unless they just cause all kinds of problems. But people that leave here leave on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, if you want to come back, come back. So it is what it is. I didn't. I don't say too much to get people so angry that they want to leave. So I look at what's in them to make them want to leave, and they're trying to pull people out of here with them, and they don't realize that you're not you. Their blood is on your hands. So ain't nothing I can do because I'm glad I've shown how to deal with that situation through Elder Yaakov. He had the same issues I'm having now. And that's just because of our position, head of the congregation. Um, but that comes with the territory. So you have to expect people to dislike you. I'm all right. They didn't like the Mashiach either, did they? So what you gonna do? As long as what he went through is what I'm going through, I know I'm right. Yeah, man.
You know, Elder Cole, I remember Elder Cole said, and y'all can correct me, I believe he said, we're not here to be liked. You're right.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know if you remember that.
I think it sounds familiar.
I said the millions, I heard him say it thousands of times. He's not here to be like, he here to do his work, the work that, God.
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't here to be liked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't come here because you liked him. You came here because you heard something. Now you gotta like him. No, why?
Yeah.
Oh no, he ain't there for you to like. The same with me. I'm not here for you to like. Yahweh gave me the spirit to teach. I ain't got no choice. I have to. So if you don't like me, fine with it. But I got to continue on what the spirit give me. Yeah.
Them Jews, there's nothing. Them jewels that you get or that's being given to us, there's nothing to compare. There's nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't mind. Look, I stay by myself. I've been staying by myself for many years because I don't care.
I know it. You know what? Martin Luther King, he was in there about a lot of things, but he said one thing always stuck with me. He said, if a man don't stand for something, he'll fall for anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta say the hell with everything.
That's right.
Go
Yeah.
on, girl, get the house, whatever, take the kids. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the corner and cry for a minute, but eventually I get over that. I gotta move on.
Yeah.
I brought a Muslim guy up here when I was working for CBS. You the same thing. He said, man, I feel with you. He said, man, the way y'all go through that book, man, he said, I just know exactly where y'all going. I said, well, what you gonna do? He said, man, my wife, my kid, my faith. He said, I can't do it.
Right. Right. He's trying to preserve his household, man. And you can't take that from us because in this what we got here, we have to sacrifice some things.
Mhm.
You look at the Mashiach disciples; they sacrificed a lot to follow him. Right. So I mean, Peter dropped his business. Him and Andrew, them Zebedee boys, they dropped their business, just walked away.
Well, you made a good point. Wow, a long. I remember you saying, if anything, that was a cult like following when the Mashiach said, "Hey, stop, follow me," because that's what the cult is. We follow the person.
Right.
Because I told somebody that years ago. I said, "We're not following the man. We're following what the books are."
Right.
You know. But like I said, that would have been more like a cult when the Mashiach said, "Hey."
Well, the Bible must endorse cult then, no? Right?
Well, ain't that what JC say? You going to heaven, follow me to heaven. Ain't that what they doing?
Yeah.
That's a big cult.
Yeah. It's the biggest cult in the world. Yeah.
And
So let's continue, Brother Seven. Again, we're in Jeremiah 25.
The word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the people of Yehuda in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Yehuda, that was the first year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, the which Jeremiah the prophet spake unto all the people of Yehuda and to all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, from the 13th year of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Yehuda, even unto this day, that is the 23rd year, the word of Yahweh have come unto me, and I have spoken unto you, rising early and speaking, but you have not hearkened.
Hmm.
And Yahweh have sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but you have not hearkened nor inclined your ear to hear. They said, turn you again now, every one from his evil way and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that Yahweh hath given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever.
Hmm.
And go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. Yet you have not hearkened unto me, saith Yahweh, that you might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, because you have not heard my words, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith Yahweh, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all these nations round about, and will utterly destroy them and make them an astonishment and an hissing and perpetual desolation.
Now, do you think that Nebuchadnezzar ever wondered whether he was Yahweh's servant, or did he know that he was Yahweh's servant?
He never knew.
He didn't know he was Yahweh's
He
servant.
did.
That's why I tell folk, man, when you talk about the president, that's Yahweh's servant.
Mhm.
So be careful, because he didn't become president on his own. And Nebuchadnezzar didn't become president on his own, king on his own. They were set up. They're Yahweh's servant. All the leaders of the nation are Yahweh's servants. Yeah, man.
Did you ever thought that this president kind of remind you of Nebuchadnezzar?
No.
This is my like he said, I'm gonna build this America,
You gonna
make
do what?
America great.
You
And
did,
Nebuchadnezzar said, he said, ain't this fine Babylon I built?
and you saying Trump doing the same thing?
Yeah, MAGA.
In a way,
That's what he's saying.
he kind
Make
of,
make America great again?
the way he boasted like that, and the way he do things, kind of remind me of Nebuchadnezzar. In a way.
Well, yeah, but Nebuchadnezzar had a prophet tell him, you better back off. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump ain't got that. Right? So he ain't got nobody in that he can listen to make him back down.
Trump bragged on.
Yeah, he do be bragging, man.
Yeah.
I think he said he wants something named after him. That's what it was. Yeah, nobody takes him seriously. Okay, why get upset with the man?
I say, why people get mad with it?
Yeah,
Make no sense.
that you can't take the man seriously. Time when you saying outrageous stuff, he just saying what you gonna do.
I found out he said he ended 8 wars, right? He just ran his mouth because he didn't.
Right.
They say he might be involved in 3 of them,
Yeah.
using diplomacy.
Yeah.
But I ended 8 wars. Like you say, you can't take everything serious.
Yeah.
Now.
Man used to hyperbole, if that's what is that a word, hyperbole, and he likes to make himself bigger than life.
Right.
Well, look where he's coming from. WWE.
Yeah.
Right? And so they are outrageous on WWE. I think they show one cut of him tackling one of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that.
You see
I
that?
ain't saying that.
He jumped on him and wrestled him to the floor. That's your president.
They don't understand. Trump like to make people upset and then go somewhere in the corner and laugh. They don't understand what he's doing.
So he's a showman. And everybody knows he's a showman. He puts on the show. So you don't take a showman seriously, because he's not taking himself seriously. He's just putting on a show. Right? So it don't bother me. I don't see the man as being a braggart. I mean, I don't take him serious enough to hate him. Now the man is a braggart. Yeah. He arrogant. Yeah.
He's a bully.
Yeah, but the man knows his business.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let Trump be Trump. You say let Reagan be Reagan. Let Trump be Trump. Leave him alone. Let him do a job. Better than the last president that
And
you
the
had.
bad part about it, I know you got to go on with your class. This man been in office now, what, 9 months? Well, America's going down the pipe. What about them past 4 years?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody saying about them past 4 years.
Again, this just propaganda. Yeah, they don't want that. They don't want to look that bad because they know they ain't got nobody step in that spot to lead the Democratic Party. They don't have a charismatic figure. Trump has got charisma. He filled up a stadium. He was doing that before he became president.
Yes, it was.
Biden couldn't do that. They had to have buses come in with people to show support for Biden and for Kamala. Had to bust people in. Now you got to bust people in just to show they support you. Yeah, you're not gonna win. It's not none but deception. But go ahead, brother Stephen.
Uh, Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 10. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones and the light of the candle. And this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment. And these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. And it shall come to pass, when 70 years are accomplished, that I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation, saith Yahweh, for their iniquity and the land of the Chaldeans, and will make it perpetual desolation.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bring upon that land all my words that I have pronounced against it, even all that is written in this book, which Jeremiah hath prophesied against all nations. For many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands.
Mm-hmm.
But thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. Then took I the cup at Yahweh's hand and made all the nations to drink, unto whom Yahweh had sent me, to wit, Jerusalem and the cities of Yehudah and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation and astonishment and hissing and a curse, as it is this day. Pharaoh king of Egypt and his servants and his princes and all his people and all the mingled people and all the kings of the land of Uz and all the kings of the land of the Philistines and Ashkelon and Azar and Ekron and the remnant of Ashdod, Edom and Moab and the children of Ammon and all the kings of Tyrus and all the kings of Zidon and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, Dedan and Timar and Buz and all that are in the utmost corners and all the kings of Arabia and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert, and all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Babylon shall drink after them.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, drink ye and be drunken and spew and fall and rise no more because of the sword which I will send among you.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at thine hand to drink, then shall thou say unto them, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, you shall certainly drink.
Mm-hmm.
For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name, and should you be utterly unpunished, you shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword against all the inhabitants of the earth, saith Yahweh of hosts. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, Yahweh shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith Yahweh.
Mm.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, Behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
Mm.
Howl, you shepherds, and cry, and wallow yourselves in the ashes, you principal of the flock. For the days of your slaughter and of your dispersions are accomplished, and you shall fall like a pleasant vessel. And the shepherd shall have no way to flee, nor the principal of the flock to escape. A voice of the cry of the shepherds and an howling of the principal of the flock shall be heard, for Yahweh hath spoiled their pasture.
Mm-hmm.
And the peaceable habitations are cut down because of the fierce anger of Yahweh. He hath forsaken his covert as the lion, for their land is desolate because of the fierceness of the oppressor and because of his fierce anger.
Now, when did this happen? Has this happened yet? But we just read it. The slain of Yahweh going to be from one end of the earth to the other.
No,
That hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Now, that's prophetic. But Mashiach was also saying some prophetic things too. In that, now I bring this up all the time when he says, "Fear not, little flock, if Yahweh good will that you have the kingdom."
Yeah.
Right. Well,
It is my Father's pleasure
we're going to have Father's good pleasure
to
that
give
you
you kingdom.
give you the kingdom.
Right.
So that didn't happen in that generation. But they look at that and say, "Well, that never happened, so it must have been lying."
Really?
Yeah. I mean, in Matthew 24, they said that didn't happen, so he must have been lying. Now, when we say God here from one, the slain of Yahweh shall be from one end of the earth to the other, that can only mean one thing: that 3.5 years of great tribulation,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that hadn't happened yet, but we can see it coming together, and we're going to be looking at a lot of people dying. Looking at, for instance, in Armageddon, there will be so many dead people there that they won't have enough people to bury them. So we got the same situation right here written down. So it matches up. What's coming down the pike is that it's talking about the 3.5 years great tribulation, and it's talking about Armageddon. So that's that hadn't happened yet. A lot of things that was prophesied hadn't happened. So they figure it's never going to happen. It's going to happen. This word of God. Just because you didn't live long enough to see it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. That's probably one of the reasons why Christians don't read this part of the book. It's because they can see that either already happened or it's never gonna happen. So they disregard it. Yeah. So let's see here. What is it? Brother Stephen, no, we just read that. But read chapter 27 and verse 5. Yeah.
The king of Babylon, he said he's gonna punish him, right? Was that
Actually, this is Nebuchadnezzar the second.
Oh, that wasn't the actual Nebuchadnezzar.
That's not the first one. This
You
is
didn't say nothing about Cyprus, about
well, yeah. As a matter of fact, in Jeremiah, he does mention uh, uh, 70, 70 years of captivity. He does mention Cyrus.
So that is another 70 years.
No, that's same 70 years.
Okay.
It's 70 years. It just didn't mention in Jeremiah 25.
Right, right.
But I think in the last chapter of Jeremiah, he mentions Cyrus by name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard it.
I just I'm over there tripping because you skipped over 26. And I wanted to see what I could get out of it.
Oh, well, again, I try to keep it prophetic.
I got you.
Right? And this is well, we can go there. Go ahead, Brother Seven. You want to hit chapter 26.
Okay.
Great.
Jeremiah chapter 26,
Uh-huh.
verse 1. In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Yehuda, came this word from Yahweh, saying, Thus saith Yahweh, stand in the court of Yahweh's house and speak unto all the cities of Yehuda, which come to worship in Yahweh's house, all the words that I command thee to speak unto them, diminish not a word. If so be they will hearken and turn every man from his evil way, that I may repent me of the evil which I purpose to do unto them, because of the evil of their doings. And thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh, if you will not hearken to me to walk in my law, which I have set before you, to hearken to the words of my servants the prophets, whom I sent unto you, both rising up early and sending them, but you have not hearkened, then will I make this house like Shiloh, and will make this city a curse to all the nations of the earth.
What happened to Shiloh? Huh?
Destroyed in an earthquake.
No. If you go back and read First Samuel, well, that's where the Ark of the Covenant was, right? And so Eli's boys said, let's go get the Ark to fight against these Philistines. And so what ended up happening was that them two boys got killed. They took the Ark of the Covenant and destroyed Shiloh. That's what the Ark of the Covenant was. As it says in verse 6, thou will I make this house like Shiloh, and will make this city a curse to all the nations of the earth. So again, that was one of the places that Yahweh, before he chose Jerusalem to build for a place for the ark, that's where it used to be. It used to be moving around sometime. But here, it's talking about like the house of Shiloh. So that was destroyed by the Philistines.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 26, verse 7. So the priests and the prophets and all the people heard Jeremiah speaking these words in the house of Yahweh. Now it came to pass, when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking all that Yahweh had commanded him to speak unto all the people, that the priests and the prophets and all the people took him, saying, Thou shalt surely die. Why hast thou prophesied in the name of Yahweh, saying, This house shall be like Shiloh, and this city shall be desolate without an inhabitant? And all the people were gathered against Jeremiah in the house of Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
When the princes of Yehuda heard these things, then they came up from the king's house unto the house of Yahweh, and sat down in the entry of the new gate of Yahweh's house.
Mm-hmm.
Then spake the priests and the prophets unto the princes and to all the people, saying, This man is worthy to die, for he hath prophesied against this city, as you have heard with your ears. Then spake Jeremiah unto all the princes and to all the people, saying, Yahweh sent me to prophesy against this house and against this city all the words that you have heard. Therefore now amend your ways and your doings, and obey the voice of Yahweh your Elohim, and Yahweh will repent him of the evil that he hath pronounced against you.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, behold, I am in your hand. Do with me as seemeth good and meet unto you.
Mm-hmm.
But know you for certain that if you put me to death, you shall surely bring innocent blood upon yourselves and upon this city and upon the inhabitants thereof. For of a truth Yahweh hath sent me unto you to speak all these words in your ears. Then said the princes and all the people unto the priests and to the prophets, This man is not worthy to die, for he hath spoken to us in the name of Yahweh our Elohim. Then rose up certain of the elders of the land and spake to all the assembly of the people, saying, Micah the Morestite prophesied in the days of Hezekiah king of Yehuda, and spake to all the people of Yehuda, saying, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, Zion shall be plowed like a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as high as the high places of a forest. Did Hezekiah king of Yehuda, and all Yehuda put him at all to death? Did he not fear Yahweh and besought Yahweh, and Yahweh repented him of the evil which he had pronounced against them? Thus might we procure great evil against our souls.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also a man that prophesied in the name of Yahweh, Uriah the son of Shemaiah of Kiriath Yearim, who prophesied against this city and against this land according to all the words of Jeremiah. And when Jehoiakim the king, with all his mighty men and all the princes, heard his words, the king sought to put him to death. But when Uriah heard it, he was afraid and fled and went into Egypt. And Jehoiakim the king sent men into Egypt, namely Elnathan the son of Achbor, and certain men with him into Egypt. And they fetched forth Uriah out of Egypt and brought him unto Jehoiakim the king, who slew him with the sword and cast his dead body into the graves of the common people. Nevertheless, the hand of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, was with Jeremiah, that they should not give him into the hand of the people to put him to death.
All right, Steph, I don't want to go no further than that. It's getting a little late, so I'm going to have to shut it down. But before we dismiss, does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
What was you gonna do with verse 5 and 27?
25 and 27?
No, verse 5 and 27.
Verse 5 and chapter 27?
Yeah.
What about it?
That was where you said we was gonna go before we get 26.
In verse 5, it says, I have made the earth, the man, and the beast that are upon the ground by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it unto whom it seemed meet unto me. Right? So you match that up with Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17, and Daniel chapter 2 and verse 21, and Psalm 75 and verse 7. It's saying the very same thing. That's why I say be careful how you speak against America's presidents.
Say that again, bro.
Chapter 5 here, you match that up with Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17, and Psalm 75 and verse 7, and Daniel chapter 2 and verse 21.
I got a note here, maybe it was from years back. It says your vote don't count.
Boy,
Yeah.
y'all did it again.
Hey, sit right next to you, Steve. So what happens?
Just like day and night.
It's like metamorphosis. See, you so close, he just absorbs stuff from you.
Yeah.
I'll say, Shalom, welcome to the Feast of the New Moon. I don't have anything other than, my brother already did my class. We just go on, eat, drink, and be merry.
Well, y'all make me feel the same way, man. I see. I just want going back home on Shabbat. Y'all already know what I'm talking about.
So we're not the common people any longer.
I wouldn't think so.
The what now?
We're not the common people now.
Oh, right.
We're chosen people, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, because when I seen it here, they was talking about what these here was thrown in the common people's grave.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that wouldn't apply to us.
No, but they did have mass graves in the Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the mass graves, you're saying they didn't try to identify who was who, they just dropped them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Same thing with the Devil's Punch Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a lot of stuff up here. I got Brother Alahayim on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shalom, Brother Alahayim and Sister Malaka. Shalom, Brother Kimuel. Shalom, Shalom, Brother Eliyahu. Shalom, Brother Avisha Judah. Shalom, Brother Abraham. Shalom, Isha 777. Shalom, Elder Hiram. Shalom, Avisha Judah. Excuse me, NCI family, for asking if you still have the same Cash App name.
Deacon Zach said yes.
Yes, we have. Oh, you got it on here already?
No, I tried to put it in there
Oh,
to respond to him, but I couldn't. But the Deacon's access the same. Zechariah 11:19.
okay. Visha Judah, it's still in there. Zechariah
19.
11:19. It's still in there. Shalom, Susie Garman. Sister Susie Garman. Shalom, brother Gregory Rucker. Shalom, Sister Naraya. Shalom, Elder Tobiah. Shalom, Morning Crisp. Shalom, Mother Leah. Shalom, Brother Mickey Anderson. Shalom, Yahweh Song. Shalom, Brother Thomas Miller. Shalom, Brother Terry Outlaw. Shalom, Sister Kimberly Israel. Shalom, Brother Ezra Ben Israel. But interesting, Elder, over the years, I've heard some Christians try to justify having a Christmas tree and keeping the holidays because Jeremiah 10 was written before JC came, so it has nothing to do with Christmas.
That's the point.
So the tree doesn't have anything to do with Christmas. Well, why you got it in your house? And why you buy all that expensive bulbs and lights and put on the tree and put presents up on the tree? So how is it that doesn't have anything to do with Christmas? That's Christmas right there. Appreciate that, Brother Andrew. I didn't know that went down to say Jeremiah 10 justified them bringing a tree into the house.
Well, Kenny Copeland went there and he said, "Don't." I heard this some 20 years ago. He said, "Don't worry about that. We conquer Christmas with Christ." That's what he said. He said,
We conquer Christmas
"For Christ."
for Christ.
Sounds sweet, bro.
So Christmas, the tree is pagan, originally pagan. So they conquered that pagan, and now it's a Christmas tree.
That's what he said.
Well, I tell you, bro, my white folk, man, they stretch the imagination.
But they get paid good for it, though.
Yeah. Shalom, Mother Marsha, Ella. That is so interesting about Brandon Tatum setting out to Israel because he used to be good friends with Candace Owens. But now that they have labeled her the number one anti-Semite in the world, he has totally turned against her. He bashes her every chance he gets. Well, they said that what's his name? Used to be with Fox News. Tucker Carlson. They say he was the worst anti-Semitic in the world, anti-Semite in the world.
They got him and Candace running nigga.
They don't mind throwing that anti-Semite thing at anybody, bro. You say the wrong thing because these are people that a lot of people see. Right, got millions of viewers. So yeah, they're gonna call them anti-Semitic. But with people like me,
I
don't
think
give a
what
damn
makes her
about
a
me.
little worse is
Yeah.
that she throws out who the real people are.
Who said that?
Candace Owens.
Uh-huh.
And she goes into Revelation saying that the synagogues of Satan.
Ah,
And she said they can't fit biblically who they say they are.
right.
So that probably to her where they make her worse than
Yeah.
Tucker.
I didn't know Brandon Tatum. I didn't know they were tight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like told flips.
Okay. Appreciate that, mother. Shalom, Marvay 2.2. Just some right management of resources would be nice instead of broken promises and dreams shattering situations. Right management. Well, I guess you're right. Shalom, humble rollers. Shalom, maybe to pillaring institutions attract more corruptions. Uh, is he gonna be on this all day? You didn't see him?
Yeah, I saw it. I think he had like one more. I think he was talking about the government with that.
No.
Saying
Okay.
something about them.
All right. Shalom, Kevin Birch. Shalom, brother Yaakov Ben Israel. Shalom, brother Julius Brown. Shalom, Lonely Red Wolf. Uh, and shalom, Elder Mick. Shalom, Mother Hannah. Shalom, humble rollers. Shalom, divine love, Savior is finally raised up in the 5 boroughs in Medina. Now, understanding the New Jerusalem and the religion frame, Park, that's the buying suffix of everything what we learn to hear to be Israeli Jew of New York. And knowing what I was learning from everything was coming from all over the world, right there in the 5 boroughs. That's what I give honor to. What learning and teaching to be aware, to know who we are. Peace. Shalom.
That's
Um, divine love Savior. I never heard of him. I guess he must have picked us up. Shalom Bon Gaden. We use Yahweh here. Shalom Brother Malachi. Shalom Hodiah. Shalom Brother Adrian. He is again. Now, is he gonna be on this all day? So everybody like the devil in some kind of way. Everybody like the food and believe into the craziest thing. That's what the devil do to them. We have to remember you're cool if it's graphic, and graphic is an intelligent liar who knows the good and not to do better, only to for himself. And self is that good intense. The devil easy to fool people to believe what they tell the truth is a lie that always receive the wicked ways, and they like to be that wicked. We can't describe him no other way than what the devil was taught to believe, associate, and to kill, to destroy. What did that would describe education? Because he don't want you to know how the Holy Spirit have you and not him. So he would kill all will, and Trump kill all to inspire life.
that's you know.
That's him. That's it.
That's it.
I'm glad. It wasn't making no sense.
Yeah, I feel you when you get going.
Yeah. Shalom, Sister Melinda Curry. Shalom, Brother David Reed. Shalom, Humble Rollers. Brother Kevin Burris. Shalom. I'm a little bit off the question today. I want to change my name to Nathan Ben Israel, King David's son. Just let us know, and we'll start addressing you as Brother Nathan. You might want to change. Might want to take Kevin Burt's out, put Brother Nathan in there. And what I do, let me know when you done it, so I can change it in my phone too, Brother Kevin.
Shouldn't that be Jonathan? Because Nathan was the prophet.
Uh, Nathan was the brother of Shlomo on the King David.
Said that. Oh, I thought he was talking about
You're Nathan,
Saul's son.
Saul's son? No.
My apologies.
Um, okay. Shalom, Clarence Marks, Sister Yolita. Shalom, Wilbert Hayes. Why are you discussing politics on an enlightened video? Because it's part of our discussion. We talk about our own people being deceived by the politics. So don't be offended because we thinking of those things that are relative to us, to what we're going through here in America. Uh, so if this offends you, then may I suggest that you find someone else to watch, because we're going to talk what the Spirit allows us to talk about. All right. So thanks for checking in, Wilbert Haynes. Uh, but this may not be for you. Shalom, brother Alahayim ben Yasharala. Shalom, Mikael. Shalom. Okay, you got it up in there. Okay, divine love, Savior. Shalom. But it have everything to do today, JC, and Christmas. So that's a false religion, and darkness hidden to mass for weaker praise. I thought he was through.
Yeah, he would.
That's the last one.
Out there, yeah.
Okay. Darkness hidden to mass for weaker praise down to other God. Shalom. Let's see. Shalom, Elder Hezekiah. Shalom, brother Jeremiah, Yahoo. Praise y'all. Good to hear from you, man. I think Yahoo down there in Miami. So yeah, so he checks in from time to time. Yeah. I don't see anything else besides elaborate on Paul speaking about eating food sacrificed to idols. Okay, well, I think that should be in First Corinthians 10. In verse, I picked this up at verse 16. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 16. The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not for the communion of the blood of the Mashiach? The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of the Mashiach? For we being many are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, Israel after the flesh. Are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? What say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to Elohim. And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. You cannot drink the cup of Yahweh and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of Yahweh's table, of the table of devils. Do we provoke Yahweh to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? Um, and so the question is, yeah, back in those days, everybody sacrificed to their gods. All right. So we were no different. We sacrificed to Yahweh also. So the Gentiles, they had the gods of Jupiter and a pantheon of gods. And so again, it was common practice to make sacrifice to those gods. And so that's what they did. And you can't sacrifice to Yahweh and sacrifice to other people's God at the same time. That's basically what he's saying. Um, yeah, that's uh see, Paul was sent to the Gentiles to pull them away from that. And so he let them know, yeah, you can't do that and serve Yahweh also. Uh okay, well praise you. I think that got it for us. All right, then we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, Facebook and YouTube to type something in before I close it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll go ahead and close it out. Okay, Facebook, YouTube, we're going to go ahead and close it out. Join us for our history class. It's coming third day, which is Tuesday night. And all you that checked in today, uh, okay, that's that guy again. Did that just show up? Was it in there already?
And while we went over here,
Divine Love Savior.
had to be in there.
Okay, okay. All right, join us again, Facebook and YouTube for our history class coming up on the third day, which is Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Shalom, Yahweh bless you and keep you. Yahweh will be with you.